Hello, and welcome to Moonbeams Yoga. My name's Marissa. Hi there. And this is going to be a 30-minute vinyasa flow, probably for a little bit more advanced yogi if you've done about 100 classes or more. And if that's you, let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. And if not, we got plenty of other videos for you in the beginner section. And just start dropping in right about here. Going to do a lot of heart opening, third eye, throat opening. And start grounding, allowing your thoughts to dump out through your third eye center, just like a glass of water dumping out. Finding peace and serenity, allowing your eyeballs to become still. Let your lips relax, your teeth separate, and land all the way into this moment. And slowly bring your hands off to the right. Left hand goes on top of right. And then sit back into your left hip. You'll feel this all along the left side body, left ribs, left hip. And then slowly come through center and switch sides. Right hand on top of left, and then sit back into your right hip. Feel your ribs expand on the right side. Really breathe into that lung. Breathe into your back lungs, noticing them as 3D, filling up your chest cavity all around. And back through center. Let your head rest down. Coming up into tabletop position, knees, hips width distance, starting with our cat-cows. Cow, gaze up, arch, breathe in. Exhale, round, dome the upper spine. And let's keep going with that. Inhale to arch, gaze up. Exhale, round, starting from the lower back, curling all the way. Chin is the last thing to touch your chest. Cow, stargazing. Scared cat, gaze at your belly button. Breath to movement. Tuck your toes, find downward facing dog, walk it out. Get into your ankles, take whatever you need here for your downward facing dog. Gazing at your kneecaps, inhale. And now we're going to take these cat-cows from our downward facing dog. Yes. Inhale to arch. Exhale, rounding the spine. Just finding this nice fluid movement. Maybe yours isn't quite as extreme as mine, but just find what feels good. Then walk your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Rising all the way up. Gaze up, hands touch, baby back bend. Exhale, hands at heart center. Gaze down into your heart. Inhale, hands back up, gaze up. Exhale, bow forward, follow your hands all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back and take your chaturanga. You could always lower down onto your knees. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Fingertips wide. Inhale, gaze forward, step, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward, grab down with your ankles. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, back up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, feet plant back. And find your chaturanga, elbows staying close, 2 inches off the ground. Up dog, head back. Exhale, chin tucks, down dog. Finding your down dog. Gazing at your navel or your knees, your drishti, your gaze is steady, unmoving. Eyes are still. Moving that energy, your energy of attention, of focus, back into your body. Inhale, gaze forward, step, or hop to the front of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise, rise, rise. Oh, little back bend. Exhale, heart center, head tucks. Inhale, up. Exhale, fall. Inhale, lift. Exhale, find your version of chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, plant it through. Lower the back knee down, untuck your toes. Coming right into dragonfly, right arm lifts up. Little twist and reach for the back foot. Feeling that quad stretch. It's okay if your right foot and your right leg roll out a little bit. Gaze back, steady, and then making it into full horizon lunge. So you're still supported on your left arm. Back foot is flat against the ground. Reaching back, and now come all the way forward. Extend the legs, pyramid pose. Yours might not look like this. You may need blocks or straight arms. You may need to hop your back foot in a little bit more. Listen to your body. I'm showing one expression, but you will have all your own. Right foot all the way back up. And now left foot up. Bring it all the way through. Lower your back knee down. Dragonfly on the left side. So right hand down, left hand all the way up. Reaching up with your fingertips. No part of your body left behind. We're engaging fingertips, toes. Sucking in your pelvic floor, low abs. And then reach back for your back foot. Feel that quad stretch. Left leg can open. You can play around with bringing the leg in. Great. And now full horizon lunge. You can see it from this ankle. So you're just rolling onto the side edge of the back foot. Left arm straight back, gazing solidly back. Good. Now coming forward, hands land on both sides, legs extend, pyramid pose. We're up on this back toe, but you could also hop it up to kind of a warrior one back foot with a 45-degree angle on the ground. And wherever you land, just be, just breathe. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, all the way down. And find a chaturanga. Flow it out. Exhale, down dog. Yep, and you always have the option to hop, move, take any little variation that you need or want. And if something doesn't feel good, don't do it. And coming into dolphin right here. Elbows, bring them in a little bit closer than you would possibly think. Thumbs touching. And then walk your feet up as far as they can go. And then slowly start to rise up onto your toes. Maybe your feet are further back. Rise, pushing down into your elbows. Good job. And now come up into downward facing dog. Come forward, plank pose. Chaturanga, flow it out, people. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once again, gazing at your kneecaps. Inhale, right leg up. Arch your spine. Yes. And then slowly bring your right knee all the way through. Land down on your shin. Stay up on your back toes. Gaze up. So you're literally just sitting on your shin here. If back toes up is too much, you could always come down. And then bring that leg all the way back up. Meet back in downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Take that arch, gaze forward. And then from here, bend your knee. You're literally going to just plop down on that heel on your shin, staying up on the back toe, gaze up. And downward facing dog, three-legged, foot back up. Good, and lower it down into down dog. Could always take those again, going at your own pace, your own practice. If something feels good, just go with it. Take more of it. And moving on, we'll come into Malasana. Little variation, so sit low. Toes pointing out. If you need a couple blocks for this, that's fine. Or if yours doesn't look like this and you're sitting up quite a bit more, that's all great too. Right arm up, left hand plants on the ground, kind of allowing you to twist your heart open. Breathe right here. Steady your gaze. Hands back to heart center. And then switch sides. Right hand down, left hand up. Once you find a moment in the pose, just be and just breathe. There's nowhere else to go. You're exactly where you need to be. Hands in prayer, touch your third eye. Connect with your intuition. And slowly unwinding. Bow forward over your bent. Your legs can be bent. Your legs that are apart, and just shake your head out. Rise up powerfully. Gaze back, little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Gaze into your heart space and bring your legs together. Right away, hands back up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. And breathe right here. Inhale, right leg up. Step it through, lower the back heel down, rise up, warrior two. Strong and powerful, sinking deeply into your front foot. Inhale, reverse warrior, right hand up. Exhale, side angle. Can rest your right elbow on your right knee, or right hand can come down to the ground. One long line of energy from your left foot all the way out through the top left hand. And here's that down in the ground variation, still gazing up past the left hand. And taking a half bind here. Could also take a full bind. Your arm would go around front and underneath your leg, reaching for the back. Let's all hold out together, strength building, variation of side angle. And then find reverse triangle, straighten the front leg, let that go. Side body stretch. Exhale, triangle pose. Can reach for the big toe, ankle, shin, a block. Gazing up past your left hand. And then plant both hands down. And find three-legged dog. Right foot stays up for Ekapada, one foot, chaturanga. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, bring it all the way through. Back heel down, wind up for warrior two. Once again, sinking deep into the front foot, back foot pulls in towards the front foot. Fingertips engaged, eyes steady engaged. Side angle pose, left elbow down, right arm up. You could bring that left hand down to the ground, outside or inside the foot. Outside is the final variation, along with half bind or full bind. And here comes that half bind. Gazing up, steady breath. And slowly coming out, reaching up the hands, staying deep in the front leg. And then find reverse triangle, straighten out your front leg. Deep side body stretch. And coming into triangle, you hinge forward as far as you can. And then the back of your hand can come to the inside of your shin. So that way you can kind of use it to turn your heart open towards the ceiling. Gazing steadily up. Hands plant down, finding this extended pyramid pose, halfway lift. And then step it back to three-legged dog. Ekapada chaturanga, 1 foot chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe right here, gazing at the kneecaps or belly button. Gaze forward, and now you're going to come down onto both forearms, preparing for dolphin. Right leg comes up. Pushing down into the elbows, coming up onto the left toe, gaze forward towards your fingertips. And then from here, you could practice some little jumps, bounces off. Maybe if you want to practice that there's a wall behind you, so you can kind of take some of the fear out of that, of toppling over. And then switch sides, practicing the other side. Your legs might not look like mine. That's totally okay. Just take some little hops wherever you're at, pushing down into your elbows. And just having fun, just playing with it. And if you can, jumping all the way up, finding pinchas. I'm doing a little hollow back variation here. And come back down whenever you're ready. You could also just stay in dolphin pose, build strength, and everyone find your way back into child's pose. Breathing here, allowing any tension that was created, doing that inversion to release. You don't want to do pincha, forearm stand, or handstand back to back to back without releasing in a forward fold or child's pose. Yeah, and then from right here, even deeper, crawl your hands forward into puppy. Maybe your chest doesn't come all the way down like this and you're floating. That's totally okay. Yep, here's the floating variation. And just kind of maybe take some little bounces and just kind of feel into the back of your chest, that upper back stretch. Chin is on the ground so that kind of your whole neck would be on the ground here. Yep, next variation of this, if you want more, is to straighten the legs in puppy. Definitely don't have to do that. Always an option though, just so you know what's coming next for you in your practice. And take some cat-cows right here, shake it out. Let's kind of reset the spine from all of that deep spinal movement. Can always take cat-cows whenever you want in practice. I always like to sprinkle them in throughout practice. Let's come right into thread the needle. Left arm up, thread it through. So the right hand's just kind of supporting you, or it can come into this half bind. Gaze up. And then your right arm comes all the way overhead. And all the way back up. Other side, right arm up, thread the needle. And then left hand can half bind. Take a few breaths here. Maybe it wraps around your thigh. And then bringing your left arm all the way overhead. Could land on fingertips or have your palm flat, whatever works for you. And hand comes all the way back down to push you back up into tabletop position. Cat-cow it out one more time. And find your way into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through, lower your back foot down. And this time rise up into warrior one. So hips are trying to face forward. Humble your warrior and grab your hands behind your back and bow your head forward. Head can be dipping down as much as you like. Floor is the final frontier. And feel that deep shoulder stretch at the same time. Inhale, rise up and take a nice arch right here. So feel your palms pulling down towards the mat. So you take your deepest arch. Hands rise back up. Exhale, plant them down on the ground and find three-legged dog. Ekapada chaturanga. So that same foot comes back up into three-legged dog. That's the key. And then you can take the 1 foot chaturanga. Other side, inhale, left leg up, step it through, lower the back heel down 45 degrees, rise up, warrior one. Little back bend. And then interlace the fingers, humble your warrior. So you just bow down inside your left foot. Just going as deeply as your body and your practice allow you to go today. Every day is different. And then when you're ready, inhale, keeping the hands clasped. You'll come all the way up, pulling the palms down and finding that deep back bend. Maybe your head drops back. Listen to your body today. Hands rise back up. Exhale, plant them down. Left foot comes all the way up and back into three-legged dog. And then you take your 1 foot chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Steady your gaze. Bring the knees down. And find child's pose. Perhaps you find traditional with the knees together if that's comfortable for you. You get a little bit more of a lower back stretch in traditional child's knees together versus the variation we see in a lot of classes, which is knees out to the side, more of a hip opener. And come back up into tabletop. And find your way into plank pose and then side plank on the left side. So left hand down, right arm up. Could take this little tree variation with your legs, lifting your hips up. So you'll either gaze down at your left hand for a little bit of stability, grounding if you're working on your balance, or gaze up towards your right hand. And this will really work on your balance and stability. And from right here, hold the tree pose in your leg if you're there and take chaturanga with it. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All options. If you didn't quite catch it on that side, take it on this side. We're going right into it. Plank, side plank on the right side, right hand down, left hand up. Coming into that tree variation. Maybe your foot is on your calf. Just don't have it on your knee joint. Can gaze up. Really working on that balance. And then coming into chaturanga, trying to keep the leg right there. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Gazing at your knees or the belly button. Bring your knees down. And this time, find child's pose, grabbing the heels. And actually round your head. So you're getting kind of a rabbit pose right here. Good. Nice deep upper spinal stretch. And then take it down into child's. Could always stay longer if that was feeling really good in that little rabbit pose. Or just fold on over and stay in child's as long as you want. Breathe. Let your eyebrows relax. Let that space between them soften and become tingly. And slowly, just make your way down onto your back and into reclined butterfly. No particular way to get there, just kind of organically roll over and find the soles of your feet together, knees out wide, one hand on your belly, the other on your heart or chest. Just sending yourself some true, loving, healing energy right now. We've been doing a lot of back bends, opening up the throat, heart, all that yummy stuff on the front of our body. Whenever we do back bends, we open up the front and vice versa. Breathe right here, letting it all soak in. And bringing the knees back together, just tuck them into a little ball. Rock out your low back, right and left. And then let the knees fall to the right. Gaze to the left. Your hands could be in cactus or all the way out. Relax your face muscles. Let your belly relax. You can twist a little further. And then switch sides. Legs fall to the left, gaze to the right. Come back through center. And then find your happy baby. Reach for the outsides of your feet. Wiggle out your toes. And then from here, feet close into your bum, bridge pose. You're just going to inhale, lift up your hips, palms pushing down into the mat, or you could interlace them underneath you. You're using everything to lift up here, so you're pushing down through your heels, lifting up, and then slowly come down. You could always take another one of those or a longer one, depending on how you're feeling. And if you have it in your practice, we'll pull back into plow pose. You could do shoulder stand here, or just take regular Shavasana. Yogi's choice, up to you. It's always up to you. If you are in plow, you would traditionally want the tops of your feet on the mat, so as if you were pointing your toes. So help them kind of slide better, not accidentally get stuck if you're kind of gripping them on the pads. Yeah, so where your toenails are. And slowly start to lower your back down. Your legs will naturally come down with you. So just allow your back to come down. And find your way into final resting pose, final Shavasana. You have over a full 2 minutes right here, right now, to just be and just breathe. Exhale away any other thoughts that come up and savor these moments with yourself. Namaste.